Getting a couple of wins and to be generally playing better this last week. What does that do for you guys?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, obviously, ending on a high note is good for sure. But just get ready to enjoy this break and then come back with the game plan and ready to rock and roll.
How would you describe this first half? What was this first half like?
It was a roller coaster for sure. Roller coaster, and we learned a lot as a group. But it pulled us together. All the struggles in this that we've been dealing with. Not just one person, but an entire team. Gets people together. So learning from that, I think is going to be a big part of our big second half.
What's the value of this All-Star break? Like, can it reset you guys, give you a fresh start?
I mean, absolutely. It's 3 days off. So it's going to be nice.
How locked in do you feel right
I feel good. I mean, I wouldn't say locked in, but yeah, I feel good. I feel like I'm with my approach and just got to stay consistent with it.
Manny, that 8th inning at bat, 8-pitch at bat, I think kind of walk us through that. That was a grind, and then you came through with a single.
Yeah, Bogey got on second base, obviously. Once he got to second base, I was just trying to get him over. Not trying to do too much. I didn't have to hit it over the ballpark, so not trying to do too much. Just get a pitch, stay short, and kind of get him over, honestly, and just try to move him over and do my best to get him to third base for Gavin and for Ty after. So, he threw me a 3-2 fastball there, and I was able to, just stay short and go up the middle.
In that late game situation, there's so much situational baseball there with stolen bases, sac flies coming through. How good does it feel when everybody excels at the situation?
Yeah, I mean, sticking to our game plan. I mean, obviously, a lot of things go bad sometimes, and but we got to stick with our strengths. And we saw it there in the end there, where Bogey being aggressive, taking the bag. That's easier to have 3 chances to get the guy in from second. It's a lot better. So, just sticking to our strengths and continue getting better at it.
Now that you've gone through half a season with Craig Stammen, thoughts on how he's performed?
I mean, it's just a short sample size, right? Obviously, you could say the good, the bad. Obviously, our record's not great, and what we've been dealing with. But overall, it's a long season. So at the end of the day, we'll wait till the full season to really assess it. But I think he's done a great job so far. It's tough to come to this team and with so much expectation and go out there and us get to the start that we did and then kind of go downhill a little bit there. It's kind of tricky. So I think overall, I think we have our heads high and we're going to continue to battle. We're going to continue growing as a group, and he has the same message every day. And it's a long season. It's a lot of baseball still left to be played. I think our best baseball still ahead of us, and he's going to be a big part of why we get to where we need to get to.
Your GM made it pretty clear yesterday that the trade deadline could go out. How important is this first road trip for you guys to come out?
Listen, I mean, it's our mindset. We're not worried about the trade deadline or what could happen or what can't happen. We gotta get off to a hard start for us. Because at the end of the day, our goal is to bring a championship to the city of San Diego, and for us to do that, we gotta get off to a hot start. It doesn't matter what the trade deadline brings or comes with. So. As a group, we just gotta enjoy this off, and when we get back, play baseball like we've been playing this last week, and continue playing baseball like we've been playing this last couple of weeks. So if we do that, then we're gonna be in a good spot.
ABS is new this season for a lot of you guys in here. How would you assess how?
Yeah, I mean it's a learning experience for all of us. Not a lot of us have really that experience with it. So it's an adjustment. I think our best guys, probably Campy and Duran, they've been a part of it, right? So they kind of seen it, and then obviously we have some guys that have some good eyes, like Bogey and Crony, that kind of know the zone. But it's all an adjustment period. I mean, it's different. It's different for sure. I have noticed that the umpires have been a lot better, though. I mean, it's night and day. They've really locked in, and they're not missing as many pitches as they used to, and they're a little bit more engaged in the game, which is nice, Obviously, you can't really argue anymore just because they're taking that away from us. So you could only argue like we did today. Yeah, I mean, I think they've done a good job, controlling it and adjusting to it, and it's been pretty nice to have, But there's always the good and the bad with it.
After a half season of it, would you be in favor of more than 2 challenges in future seasons?
I think that's good. I mean, I think it's good. I think it's gonna get a little excessive if he's just, where you're gonna challenge every pitch and have 5, and then you're just challenging always. I think it's a little bit strategic, and a good thing. I think it's fine where it is. You know, I think there's other ways you could adjust. I think the buffer zone is a little bit too big. I mean, pitch up and in, that's barely clipping. I think it's more of a problem than having more challenges. I think that's not really a strike. Pitchers are going to disagree with me, but yeah, I mean, I think it's been okay so far.
Manny, Craig said it was a very tough decision to take you out of the game. What did you think at that time?
I think it was a great decision. I mean, you know, I'm not at my full ability to score from second base there, so you know, got a guy up there that can do that job, and you know, obviously, yeah, Hoffy had actually. I should have stolen second base because he just has such a low leg kick, and I just really couldn't get there. So
yeah, your toes bothering you, he said.
You know, so you know, getting him in there and obviously stealing third base, and then made the job a lot easier for Ty to, you know, just get the ball up in the air, and you know, we won a ball game because of it.
What have you been playing through?
What haven't I?
I mean, it's a real thing, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. What haven't I? It's just it's the answer.
care to share anymore?
No.
You know, Song's helping out too, get you off your feet a little, right?
I mean, I've been really impressed with him. He's been playing really well. I mean, the bats that he's been taking over the last 2 weeks, that he's been getting some consistent playing time, has been tremendous. I mean, you can just see the at-bats. He's getting deep into counts. He's making good contact. He hit his first homer. He's doing a lot of good things with the play. He's looking really good.
What's he look like at third?
He's great, man. I mean, I think defensively, I think that's what we signed him here for, is to play all three positions, and he's doing a great job. So, yeah, he's been a big part of our team lately.
It's just a bit of a scoreboard, the average go to more.
I really haven't really been concentrating on trying to look up there too much. But yeah, it definitely feels better to have a 2 up there in front of it. You know, I was kind of stuck at 180 there for a long time. So, yeah, it's definitely better to, you know, start the second half with a 2 in there.